You thought you'd seen everything when it comes to unusual cars? Think again. In this second part, we're going to discover even more extraordinary vehicles. Cars made from surprising materials, flying machines, and even a vehicle that could run for 1,000,000 miles on a single tank. Buckle up, here's the continuation of the most unusual cars in the world. Phoenix Bamboo Car. We've long known just how versatile bamboo can be. Not only is it a delicious snack for a panda, but it's also something we use to make cutlery, bedding, bicycles, clothing, cutting boards, and more. Now, we could be making cars with it. German product designer Albrecht Berkner has succeeded in doing so, and Philippine designer Kenneth Cobanpuy came up with the idea of a car made with a bamboo shell. This lightweight and durable form of transportation could drive the entire human race toward a more sustainable and greener future. The car would have a naturally woven bamboo skin that would degrade at the same rate as the car itself. But if it degraded more quickly, the bamboo shell could be replaced at minimal cost. The handmade frames could even be customized in different shapes to suit each vehicle owner's preferences. Although it's unclear if or when this car will ever go into production, there's no denying it has attracted attention. In fact, it has even caught the attention of the Mercedes-Benz team. So watch this space. Terrafugia TFX. Another Terrafugia project, and this time the company describes it as the flying car for all of us, which may be accurate, assuming everyone has a pilot's license or can afford a flying car. Known as the TFX, Terrafugia equipped it with a hybrid powertrain to propel the wheels on the ground and 2 electric rotators for flying. The vehicle takes off vertically instead of requiring a high-speed run before takeoff. The maximum speed is about 200 miles per hour, and once in flight, the TFX can reach a range of 500 miles, which means the 4-seat flying car can take you from Geneva to London in barely 3 hours. Unfortunately, it's not really known if Terrafugia will bring the concept to the next stages of development, so at this stage the TFX is not yet ready to be sold. There you have it, our overview of flying cars that are transforming science fiction into reality. The future of transportation is truly here. AeroMobile. The AeroMobile is a fascinating vehicle for several reasons. First of all, it's a real flying car. Yes, it can actually fly in real life. It's an incredible feat of engineering. The designers of the AeroMobile have managed to combine this functionality with an elegant and unique beauty that makes this vehicle a true work of art. You can use the AeroMobile for its aerial capabilities or for more mundane road travel, but rest assured that whichever mode you choose, it will take you to your destination with the style, elegance, and efficiency you've always dreamed of achieving but never thought you could obtain. It has been reported that it transforms into airplane mode in just under 3 minutes, acquiring the ability to travel as fast as 223 miles per hour and cover 466 miles. It's not lacking when in car mode either, with a stunning top speed of 100 miles per hour. The AeroMobile is faster than most traditional flights and is less stressful and less time-consuming than traveling via a traditional airline or ordering a helicopter. Of course, you'll need a pilot's license to drive this vehicle in Europe, where it's certified to drive and fly, as well as access to a runway if you're in the United States. The AeroMobile may not be available yet, but work is underway to ensure its release. The Wind Explorer. How often do you complain about the price of gas? Well, maybe you should stop complaining and start taking action, which is exactly what Dirk Guillaume and Stefan Simmerer did. Traveling 3,107 miles, the TV host and German engineer spent only $13, and it wasn't even on fuel. The duo traveled across Australia from Albany to Sydney in a lightweight electric vehicle called the Wind Explorer. The car was powered by wind with electricity-generating wind turbines as well as kites. The 18-day journey broke numerous records, including crossing a continent with a wind-powered vehicle, the longest distance traveled in a vehicle like this in 36 hours, and the greatest distance traveled on land. Before you rush to try to buy a Wind Explorer, know that it's still in the concept phase. The 441-pound vehicle, which includes a battery pack, has a carbon fiber and aluminum frame with sport bike tires. The lithium-ion battery pack charges overnight with a wind turbine when conditions permit. The men left from Perth in Western Australia on January 21, 2011, and arrived in Sydney on February 14. Throughout the journey, they reached speeds of about 50 miles per hour. The thorium. It can often feel like we've just filled up our car and it's already almost empty. It's an endless cycle of spending money just to get to the places where we earn it. But what if you could fill up once and never have to do it again? That's what one company is proposing with a vehicle that runs on thorium fuel. Thorium is a dense material that has about 20 million times more energy than coal of the same size. It's a naturally occurring radioactive element that was discovered in 1828 by a Norwegian mineralogist. A Swedish chemist later found it and named it thorium after the god Thor. The company called Laser Power Systems was very intrigued by this mineral and designed a concept car that would run on it. Just 8 grams of this substance would allow this car to run for 1,000,000 miles. As a result, the vehicle would very likely outlive you with a single tank of fuel. The problem is that we're moving away from these types of materials, which means this concept is never likely to take off. Google's self-driving car. Many of us have dreamed of being rich and famous enough to have people drive us around. We could get in the car, say where we want to go, then sit back, read a book, or simply enjoy the ride. Until a few years ago, this never seemed possible. But Google, good old Google, is looking out for us. More importantly, it's the necessary step. We don't need to be famous, just a little rich. Google's self-driving car has been in project phase since around 2008. They modified the Toyota Prius, played with Lexus SUVs, and installed elements like sensors, cruise control, cameras, and rotating laser scanners. But now, they've gone even further with a new autonomous car. They became the first company to build one without a steering wheel, accelerator, and brakes. But don't worry, there's an emergency brake. All you have to do is get in the smart car-like vehicle, press the button to start it, enter your destination in Google Maps, and relax. The car does all the hard work for you. You can now arrive at work completely calm rather than exhausted from the commute. Upside-down Ford F-150. The United States is filled with F-150s. In fact, it was the best-selling truck in 2019, with more than 900,000 units finding new homes. So if you have one, you're probably going to find yourself almost getting into someone else's in a parking lot at least once. Unless you're Rick Sullivan, owner of the Illinois Collision Center, of course. It took him 6 months to finish it. He does own an F-150, but unlike anything you could have seen, it was paired with a 1991 Ford Ranger to create an upside-down vehicle. Rick spent $6,000 and 6 months joining the two trucks together to create his unique and street-legal vehicle. It has 4 wheels spinning in the air, for underneath, and an inverted truck body for passengers. It even has side mirrors at the base to make it even more eccentric. Rick said people are amazed when they see his creation. They even ask him to pull over to the side of the road so they can take a closer look. Rick used his knowledge in the collision industry from seeing many overturned vehicles to create this unique piece of automotive art. LEGO Bugatti Chiron car. Most automotive engineers will tell you that building a car from scratch isn't easy. It takes hundreds of hours of work and a lot of tinkering to get there. So you'd have to be completely crazy not only to try to build one, but to do it with LEGO. But that's exactly what a team of LEGO experts did in 2017. Alan Jensen, senior art director at LEGO, said a meeting was organized to establish design specifications for a LEGO Bugatti Chiron, a full-size one that would actually move. It seemed crazy, but the final result shows it was actually achievable. The mobile and functional vehicle had a steel frame and real wheels, but there were only 3 parts of the entire build that weren't LEGO. The team spent 13,500 hours and used more than 1 million LEGO Technic bricks to build the 1.5-ton Bugatti Chiron. 3 layers were connected together with axles and beams, and Technic panels were used for strength. Most of the entire build was created from memory because there is no instruction manual for building a full-size Bugatti. Are you happy to keep your good old Toyota Corolla, Or are you ready to upgrade to something unique and a bit absurd like one of these cars? Have you seen any of them in person?